Call on Government Order of the Day number 3. The Honourable Jerry Brownlee.
Notice of motion number 1 relating to the adjournment and sitting program for 2016.
Honourable Jerry Brownlee.
Mr Speaker, I move the Government Notice of Motion number 1 in my name relating to the adjournment of the House and the adoption of the sitting program for 2016. Mr Speaker, this is a debate that will conclude the activities of the House for 2015 and set down the times at which the House will sit during 2016. It's worth noting, sir, that this year the House has sat for some 88 days, a larger number than was the case in 2014, although that was interrupted by the election. Some 120 bills have passed through their third reading, and the number of occasions on which the House has had extended sittings has been 5 times. The number of weeks the House has sat has been 30 weeks. The number of question times, 87. The number of oral questions to members, 1,044. And the number of hours the House has sat, some 655 hours and 10 minutes, as at Tuesday, the 8th of December. Mr Speaker, one thing I would say at this point is I would like to express some congratulations to all members of the Business Committee for the way in which that committee has developed or continued to develop over the past year. It is a place where I think the most poignant points of politics are understood, and where the opportunities for people to have their views expressed in the strongest possible terms is organised. Mr Speaker, the extended sittings that came this year were largely devoted to Treaty of Waitangi settlement bills. These are bills that the whole House agrees with, and it makes sense that the House itself agrees on the process for those bills passing, and it does enable those recipients of those settlements to be here for the historic third readings of those bills. All of that work, sir, I think is a tribute to the Business Committee and its ongoing operation. So now I need to thank some people, the Speaker, of course, yourself, Mr Assistant Speaker, the presiding officers, and all those who assist in the Clerk's office, including the new Clerk, David Stevenson, for all the effort that they make to keep the wheels of Parliament moving. No, I'm keeping it a very straight debate today, Grant. Otherwise, I'd start spending endless amounts of time. David Stevenson? Oh, David Wilson, sorry. Yeah, well, thank goodness you're here. So I do apologise to David Wilson. He knows who I meant. The two gentlemen are roughly the same height, although profile slightly different, and much like you and I, Grant. The thanks I was wanting to extend to all those who make Parliament a better place for us to work in. In the case of ministers, there's the transport system, VIP drivers, very obliging. To all the security staff here at Parliament who do their best, although today, of course, we get a demonstration of why they need to be here. To all the House attendants, etc., to anybody that makes this place work. When you start naming people, it gets a little difficult. My own staff, of course, have a great deal to put up with and do it very, very well, and I thank them very much for their work both here in Parliament and in the electorate. It wouldn't be appropriate, sir, to end this debate for the year without saying something that's a little bit controversial. So in my final minute and a half, can I perhaps just ask the members who are going to speak from the other side of the House if they might tell us how many barbecue invitations they have this summer. I'm hoping it's, Grant moans, you see, he's not on any of the lists now. He used to be. He was the top favourite for a long time, and frankly, the way he performed today, I can see why. Mr Speaker, it is obviously a time when people go back to the electorates where they spend time with friends and family. This is not a debate, in my view, that should be prolonged. There will be people who want to say something. And the Business Committee has organised for 18 people to make a contribution this afternoon, at the conclusion of which you yourself will be able to express some views. So to you, sir, and to all the House attendants, a very Merry Christmas and all the best for the coming year.